Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 69, nice, of the Game Time Gents podcast.
Oh, God.
It is me, Nardy, here with Fish and Zoltowski, and we're in the last week of the season. Makes me sad. Well, for some of us. For two of us. Yeah, last week of the season sucks, man.
Did you guys not make it in?
No.
Interesting.
We only had to win a few more games.
Huh. Interesting.
So, yours probably hurts worse than mine does.
Yeah, that one sucked. Christmas Day was frustrating. But, got to protect the man that throws the football.
They protected him well enough the last 2 weeks that I played against them, so.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man.
We'll talk about him later. It's fine.
Yeah, but we're going to talk a little bit about... We're going to disjoint the show a little bit today. So I think we're going to start with the game matchups coming up this week. And the reason we're going to do that is because we're going to talk a little bit about the playoff picture. What teams we think are just possibly going to sit starters this week. I don't think many are. Just mainly for the fact that there's so many people vying for the number one seeds. Like you've got Denver and New England for the AFC, and then I'll have to check for the
Seattle, San Fran.
That's right.
That game is literally it's like last year with the Lions and the Vikings.
Yeah, that game's huge.
Winner gets the 1 seed.
But we'll just jump into that right now because there's not much news to talk about. I mean, we're still gonna have starts of the week for you this week. If you're playing fantasy football in week 18, just don't slap your commissioner. Call an airstrike on his house in GTA. I don't know.
Whoa!
Just don't play fantasy football this week. It's a bad time.
Fish has got one piece of news up here, which I'm glad he put it up there.
Oh, go ahead, Fish. I apologize.
One bit of news. Kind of the football world. A couple brothers. The Diggs brothers. One ended up getting surprisingly cut by Dallas. That we don't know what the implications are, but last we heard he was hanging a TV in his house, and the TV hit him right in the skull, and he was concussed for 12 weeks, it seems like. So Jerry doing Jerry things went ahead and let him go. This is I'd say a promising talent, but he had a pretty big stardom in Dallas. He's still relatively young. He's good. He just needs a little bit more coaching, especially around the double move. He either gets a pick or gets burned. But we've seen a lot of those quarterbacks come across. I know he's reached out and has openly said, hey, looking for a contender. So kind of look out for that, especially with a lot of corners and safeties going injured the last few weeks for a lot of teams, especially the Packers. Kind of looking to kind of buff up that defense just a little bit more, at least having a filler spot. Honestly, the Eagles should probably reach out to him too. Don't want to ruin the juju, but it doesn't hurt to have depth at a position and a guy that has kind of proven himself not to cover the number one, but at least kind of cover the number two or number three could possibly help. And then other news, the other Diggs brother, Stephon Diggs, had a pretty big weekend, supposedly. Really popped off of fantasy, kind of led the charge for the Patriots, and then kind of came out today saying that he has been brought up on strangulation charges and a few other things since December 3rd. For all of you who don't really care about the social media, he did just have another child with Cardi B. That's Cardi B's first kid with him, but he's got an army of other kids with other mothers. So it's just kind of for the Diggs household is very interesting to kind of see what's happening. The Patriots have come out and done the rightful thing and said that they stick behind Diggs and they'll do what they can. But again, as we approach fantasy, we talked about George Pickens last week. Now with this Stephon Diggs thing, he probably won't see any penalties or anything like that. But again, that's another stress level to add to the locker room. The possible implication to him not playing or being suspended or possibly, worse, being arrested or whatever it may be. Again, don't think it'll happen towards the playoffs. It'll probably happen next year if he is accused of anything. But kind of want to hear what you guys' takes on with this. I mean, we're going to the playoffs, right? Last week, and Patriots on a hot roll, and now they get hit with this. That's your number one receiver. So, interesting.
Yeah, that one definitely sucks for them, especially if anything does come of it, like a suspension. His arraignment isn't until January 23rd. So it would just be depend on how deep of a playoff push they made and if the NFL decides to do anything. But I mean, if it's just him pleading not guilty and then they have to go to trial, he'll probably won't affect him until next year, which he is on a 3-year deal. That's if he's found guilty, obviously. The Trayvon Diggs thing is weird. I guess it's weird from a normal football perspective, but from a Cowboys football perspective, it's like, oh, it's Jerry being Jerry. I hope the Lions call him. Please. We need some.
Why would you guys call him? You guys aren't playing anymore, right?
Oh yeah, but like
He
we
said he
still
wants to
need
go to.
cornerbacks for next year. He was drafted in 2020, so he's still
He says he
young.
wants to go to a contender, not someone that's
Yeah.
halfway to Miami Beach already. So,
dude, we were in Cancun. They left the day after Christmas to get on the flight to Cancun, unfortunately.
I bet you guys been checked out for weeks.
You guys just got fans playing this week, or?
I don't know. It's fine. No, we'll probably play all the starters because it's the Bears and it's Ben Johnson. Good for him. I miss you. I missed you at the beginning of the year. I wasn't as worried. Now we're worried.
You were very confident in the
John,
squad.
well,
Pretty
I
confident.
was. Well, in the first couple weeks, like, I really didn't have week 1, whatever, but then, like, after that, things seem to be going strong. The number 2 scoring offense in the league, and then John Morton just forgot how to call the plays. And then, old man DC took over and with his readers and seemed to be doing well. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know. Yeah, pretty much.
You guys need to find a different offensive scheme. There's too much talent there to not be putting up the same numbers you guys were putting up last year.
Yeah, we talk about all the time. Too many weapons, too many cooks in the kitchen, and they're not all being utilized enough. They're not spreading the ball around enough with all the weapons we have. JMO should have had a way better year than he did. I think Amon-Ra still had a solid year. Laporte obviously got hurt again. So hopefully he can come back. Brock Wright going out sucked, but the other tight ends we had, Frisker, I think the one was, had like a pretty solid game. And then, defensive too, injuries again. I know a lot of people are bitching about our DC. I'm like, dude, he didn't have his squad. His top 3 safeties were out. Terran Arnold was out. Give him another chance. John Morton's out for sure. I don't know. Oh, well, I'm rooting for the Eagles. They're my team. I've always liked the Eagles. Not just because of Fish.
I just want someone to go that hasn't gone yet. Like, it'd be cool to see the Jags. I mean, they've been once before, but it'd be cool to see them win.
It'd be cool. 50 years from now, when I'm dead, that's when they can go.
They're playing very good football.
No, but the Trayvon thing I heard about. Is it Trayvon or Travion?
Trayvon.
Diggs.
Trayvon.
Trayvon Diggs. I heard about that one. The Stephon Diggs thing, I hadn't heard about that till you just said it.
It just came up, kind of breezed over it, Sleeper and other news, and then I saw the notification come across, and I was like, "Oh, cool, what's Stephon Diggs doing?" And then all of a sudden, it says strangulation charges and a couple other things, and I was like, "Oh."
So I guess from what I'm reading here from Mike Reese on ESPN, it was a chef that was owed money, and he was mad. She was discussing him owing money to her, and he attempted to push her and choke her out or something. I don't know.
Slapped her across the face.
Seems crazy.
She tried to push him away. Tried to choke her. Apparently, he tried to choke her using the crook of his elbow around her neck. But then she felt like she could have blacked out. But that means he did choke you.
Some people know that, I don't know. I don't know.
But this is not the first time he's gotten into some legal issues. We all remember the pink powder on the boat, and
well, since then he'd been relatively quiet on the diva front. We talked about his diva issues that he had and how he'd kind of turn it around, and then now this comes out. So almost a month later too, because this supposedly happened on December 3rd, I think, or December 2nd.
Yeah, I don't think anything ever happened from that pink powder either. I think they're just kind of
No.
meh. So interesting stuff. But yeah, we can. Do you have any news, Zoltowski?
No.
Go over the doc as well as I should have.
Bowl
Obviously.
games. When this episode comes out tomorrow, you got the quarterfinals for the college football playoffs. Should be some good football coming up here. Rooting for Ohio State to lose. That's about it. I honestly want to see Indy win it just because they got their first Heisman winner.
They might.
They're the losingest program in college football history. So it'd be pretty funny if they won a natty.
They might do it. I don't know. Mendoza, he
Mendoza,
good,
man.
But
yeah,
we'll have to see.
Defense looks real good too.
Yeah, they do. All right, so the important thing with the games this week, there's no Thursday game and there's no Monday game. There's 2 Saturday games and then everything else is on the 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then Sunday Night Football slate. So we're going to look into that now. And this is our first game. We have Carolina going into Tampa Bay. This game's huge for playoffs. We were talking a little bit before the show started. Carolina pretty much holds most of the leverage here. They just need to win the game, and then they're in. Tampa needs some help. I believe if they beat Carolina, they go 8-9. Carolina obviously goes 8-9, and then they need some help from Atlanta as well. Correct, Zoltowski?
Yeah, that's what I was hearing, is that if Atlanta wins out, that the Panthers will clinch no matter what happens. But I'm going to double check that real quick.
But Tampa is 2.5-point favorites. The over-under on the game is 43.5. It is in Tampa this week. Boys, what do we think? Who are we picking here?
The Panthers.
Fishy going Panthers.
Something's going on with the Bucks. They just can't find that. I don't know what the deal is. They're not. Bucky needs to write apology letters or something because he is, from his first 3 weeks to, he got injured, but then the last 3 weeks that he's played, not utilizing the passing game. His ground game's been fine, but then the goal line stances have been Sean Tucker and everyone else but him.
Trey Tucker.
What happened?
It's Trey Tucker, isn't it?
No, it's Sean Tucker.
Sean Tucker? I thought it was Trey Tucker.
Trey Tucker's the receiver from...
Thanks for correcting me. I appreciate it.
I always want to say Oakland. I still can't get used to Vegas. I can't.
Miss Oakland football and baseball.
But no, Fish, I think I lean with you here. I mean, Carolina, they are a much better team at home, but I think that whatever's going on with Tampa, they're not going to be able to figure it out this week.
Nope.
Yeah, give me the Panthers. Same thing. Baker too. Baker's been just not as secure with the football as he's been. He's throwing bad picks.
I think he's trying to do too much again. This is It reminds me of like the last year in Cleveland, where he's trying to do too much and put it all on his shoulders when he's got a great suitable team. Just utilize him.
He's got his top 2 receivers back.
I'm not totally sure, but I think he's injured. And this is the same thing that happened in Cleveland. Like, if you're hurt, let it heal, but it's too late to do that now.
Yeah.
Wait, you gonna put Teddy Bridgewater in there?
No.
Like that.
The last time these two teams played, the Panthers did win by 3. Now they were at home, but I mean, I don't know.
It'd be a good game.
Going to be a good game to watch on a Saturday afternoon. The next game we have, this is the game of the week, everybody's saying. It's Seattle going into San Fran. This game is going to be in, going to be for not only one of the top seeds in the NFC, but I think the number 1 seed, correct?
Yes. Because they'll both have the same record, and then San Fran holds the tiebreaker, I believe.
Yeah, so Seattle is favored about 1.5. The over-under is 49.5. I could see this game. I mean, San Fran just played a game that went to 80 this past week. So I could see this.
That was a crazy
It was a
game.
wild game with them and the Bears. I want to lean San Fran here just because of the home field advantage. And, Brock Purdy looks like he can't be stopped right now. CMC, now, that's the interesting thing. Christian McCaffrey didn't practice today. So he's,
I think that's just a rest
injury.
I think that's more of just a rest thing, though. Give me San Fran.
Well, I mean, we saw it last year, right? It didn't matter when CMC didn't play, or the second string running back, or the third, or the fourth. Now, keep in mind, who is their number 2 there?
Receiver?
No.
Brian Robinson Jr.
Brian Robinson Jr., yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who is not some scrub.
True.
Yep.
Now, this past week, he went, 19 rushes for 100 yards, a touchdown, and received like 5 or 6 catches. They'll be fine, even if CMC doesn't play. But like you said, Purdy just seems unstoppable.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a pain in the butt. It really is. And with how Sam Darnold doesn't seem to find JSN the entire first half of multiple football games, and then goes, oh, duh, my number 1 receiver's right there. Let me throw it to him. And then they force feed him. San Fran's way too good of a football team to allow that to happen. They're not going to allow, JSN to constantly get open. They'll overshadow him, and then Sam Darnold looks like, with his stupid hairdo, he needs to figure it out. I think Seattle's a fraud. I can see them being first out.
They are fizzling out.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going San Fran as well?
Yes, please.
Yeah, this game is for the division and the number 1 seed.
It's a huge game.
So
All the marbles. A lot of marbles on the play.
The next game we have, this is kicking off the 1 o'clock slate. This is New Orleans going into Atlanta. Atlanta looked really good Monday night. They looked really, really good. Atlanta is 3.5-point favorites at home. The over-under is 43.5. Tyler Show, though. The man's looking good.
Show me the money, but I think he's still going to lose to Atlanta.
Shaw. I don't know what his last name is. We'll all be familiar with it soon,
I think it's Shah.
Is it Shah?
I don't know, though. I think it's Tyler Shah. But no, give me the Falcons. Bijan.
Yeah. I think I lean the Falcons here too, which kind of helps that first game we talked about. Fishy going Falcons?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
All right, next game, a game nobody cares about. We got Cleveland going into Cincinnati.
Take us all, put it to the right.
Really?
No. Hey, give me the Browns.
You're going Browns?
I want to pick the Browns.
Cincy is 7.5-point favorites, I will say. The over-under is 44.5 for some reason. They just must not think we're going to score anything.
Bengals offense is way too hot, way too good. This is how they should have been playing all season.
They do look good.
It also doesn't help when Joe is injured for 3 months. He's using no offensive line. So,
which is why Myles Garrett's going to break the sack record and just. We saw what he did to Aaron Rodgers last week. I mean,
he didn't do it.
He was getting that ball. Yeah, he caused a ton of pressure. He's getting that ball out so quick.
Myles Garrett had one of the best games you can ever have. That's not going to be recorded on paper anywhere.
Here we go again. Did he cry about it at the end of it?
Kenneth Gainwell.
Oh no, they won that one.
Every single play, Kenneth Gainwell or their tight end could not run their route first, so the timing was off on the offense already. They had to chip Myles. By the time Myles got to Rodgers, and Rodgers was like, he even said before the game, "I'm not going to be part of your statistic or whatever." So he just threw the ball to wherever, a lot of times into the dirt. And I mean, it's not going to reflect on Myles in any way, but if you watch the game, you could see they were scheming for that man.
Yeah, they were.
I know we talked about this a little bit, but I didn't say my joke I wanted to say. Joe Burrow got his guys fossils, his offensive linemen. That was the quarterback gift this year. Do you
That's
think that was a
sick.
subtle gift or a subtle hint? Like, hey, if you don't protect me, you're going to break my bones.
No, because he talked about on the quarterback show how much he loved fossils.
Yeah, no, I think he's a really weird guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
he gave them
they were
samurai
not
swords
like
last year, and
they
they
were
loved
not
it.
like
They said it was awesome.
well, they weren't small fossils either. Like I would have. I mean, that's sick. That fossil is cool, right? If I got to pick out the fossil, like I don't want some like
No,
compy fossil.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. The way he did it
he
was
gave-
super cool. He gave it seniority. So like the most senior offensive lineman got to go into a room, pick out his fossil, then the next guy.
Yeah, Ted Karras got a tusk of a woolly mammoth that's 30,000 years old. That's sick.
That's pretty cool.
And then Orlando Brown Jr. and Amarius Mims got cave bear skulls that are old. And then Dylan Fairchild got a T-Rex artifact. Like, I'm sorry, man. That's sick.
What kind of
I'm surprised the
artifact
T-Rex
does that
artifact-
mean?
yeah.
That's ambiguous.
I don't know, but
Does
still,
it not
really
go
cool.
into any more depth?
It just says a Tyrannosaurus Rex artifact that went to rookie left guard Dylan Fairchild was also included among this. Yeah, you're a rookie. Yeah, here's a piece of an actual T-Rex. Here you go. Merry Christmas.
That is
I
cool.
mean, it's really cool. Guy's weird though. Guy's really weird.
God.
He's super
He's a
weird.
weird guy. Next game we have Green Bay going into Minnesota. Green Bay, you can see 9-6-1. Minnesota's 8-8. Minnesota is 6.5 point favorites. This is one of those games you could see Green Bay just sitting their players. They have clinched a playoff spot. I don't think they need to play for any seeding. I think they're pretty locked up in the third seed. Or are they a wild card? Oh yeah, that's right, because of the Bears. So yeah, I don't foresee them, risking Jordan Love. They'll probably rock with Malik Willis one more week. I mean, he's played well when he's been in there, but I find it hard to believe that the spread is that far and that over-under is that low if the experts out there think that the Packers are going to play their starters. I think I want to lean the Vikings here just because of that reason. I know that's kind of a crazy thing to say, but because the Vikings have been hot garbage this year, but
Their defense has been good.
their defense has been good.
Their defense has been really good.
9 is not the guy.
I'll take Packers.
I'll take the Vikings. Which, by the way, if we got rid of ties, this game could also potentially have been for a playoff spot
Could have been.
because they would both be 9-7. But hey, we still have ties in the NFL.
Speaking of ties, the team that they tied against, Dallas Cowboys, they're going into New York to play the Giants. Dallas is only 3.5 point favorites. It's a 51 over under. I do think that the Cowboys are probably going to come out with this, but I think this is going to be a track meet at the end of the day. The Cowboys defense is bad. The Giants offense isn't great, but Dak is, I think, number 1 in the league in passing yards this year. So I think he's going to air it out to those two monster receivers, and you're going to see a lot of scoring in East Rutherford.
New Jersey. Yeah, give me Dallas.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys.
Pretty
Jackson
unanimous
Dart's going to
there.
rush for 100 yards, though.
He
Probably score
will.
twice.
All right, next game we have the Tennessee Titans going into Jacksonville. Jacksonville is 12.5 point favorites at home. The over-under is 47.5. This one's pretty easy for me. Give me Jacksonville.
Same.
Yep.
They have three
Because the
pretty decent receivers now, too. That Parker Washington kid's pretty good.
Yeah.
And you got Jacoby and BTJ.
So the Jags can end up as the 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, or 7 seed in the AFC, just depending on how everything plays out.
Well, the really crappy thing is, for the Texans, the Jags got kind of a cakewalk. The Texans have to play the Colts, which, not a great team anymore, but they're still 8-8 on the year. I would say that the Colts are much better than the Tennessee Titans. Would you not?
No.
I don't know. Yeah, Grandpa Rivers back there.
Grandpa Rivers
He's
is
not
not
even-
starting this week.
Oh, he's not. Oh, they're giving it to what's his name? Riley Leonard.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
letting him ride off into the sunset a week early.
Yeah, give me the Texans
Same here.
to scare the life out of this man.
12.5-point favorites. They're obviously going to win, but I think it's going to be, a closer spread than the Jacksonville, Tennessee game.
Yeah, I think the only spot for the AFC that's still up in the air is the South Division. Or North, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All the
AFC
wild
North.
card, every other wild card's clinched, all that stuff.
Can we talk about Sauce Gardner going from 1-1-7 team to another 1-7 team this year?
I can't catch a break.
Yeah, poor guy.
I just thought that was funny. First player in history. Next, we have the Jets going into Orchard Park to play the Bills. This is the last regular season game in this stadium. They'll have a new stadium next year. Buffalo 7-point favorites. This is a no-brainer. Give me the Bills.
Bills.
I don't care if they don't even play their starters.
Yep, Bills.
All right, Zoltowski, we got your boys up next. We have Detroit going into Chicago,
Yeah.
playing at Soldier Field. Chicago only 3-point favorites. It's a pretty high over-under at 50.5. What do you say?
I don't know, man. This is rough. But
It should be that rough. It's either left or right.
left or right? Yeah, give me the left. Give me my Lions. One last ride this season.
Fishy following suit.
End with a winning record.
Yeah, if you could hover me over the Lions and then immediately put me on the Bears, please.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm also going Bears. I think
Yep.
they're going to be playing for seeding. So
There's no seeding for them. They are the second seed.
well, they could fall to the third
Oh boy.
if Philly wins and they lose. Next, we have the Chargers going into Denver to play at Mile High. This is a 4:25 game on Sunday. I think this is the first one, maybe the one we just talked about. Nope. Okay. My bad. We got into the 4:25 games a little bit earlier than I thought we did. Anyways, Denver is fighting for the 1 seed against the Patriots. They are 12.5-point favorites against the Chargers. And the biggest reason for that, I believe they said that they're shutting down Justin Herbert for this week and they're starting Trey Lance. So
Yep.
That being said, give me Denver.
Give me the Broncos.
It's like the Broncos, RJ Harvey, but also don't sleep.
On Trey Lance.
Thank you. I think I blacked out for a second. Don't sleep on Trey Lance. He's got flash in the pans, and with this type of offense, it shouldn't be too difficult. The only thing that's going to screw him over is that offensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's a bad offensive line. We've said it time and time again.
yeah. Because it looks like everybody else is still playing for the Chargers.
Yep. They're just shutting down Justin.
So yeah. Still got two good running backs back there. Oh.
Next, we have the Chiefs going into Vegas to play the Raiders. The Raiders are
We just
2-14.
cancel this game?
They're the number 1 pick in the draft right now, and I think they're going to try to keep that. So I'm going to go ahead and say the Chiefs are going to win this one.
Oof.
Who's the Chiefs' backup now that the mustache guy left? Or he also
Gardner
got hurt?
Minshew.
His name's like Oligarch or something. Give me a second.
Oh, that's right.
Oladikin?
Gesundheit?
Ludican?
Aludikin?
Yeah, Chris Oladokun played
No,
college
okay.
football at South Dakota
So-
State.
So he's the starter. His backup is Shane Buscemi. I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Steve Buscemi plays football now.
That's pretty cool.
Crazy.
I don't know. He went to SMU. It's his 4th season in the league.
God,
He's got no stats.
I've never
So
heard of that guy in my life.
yeah,
Buscemi, I mean, that's great. He was a firefighter during 9/11, so
He was.
he could do anything. He could do anything.
Wow, I just tabbed through all of
I'm
his years.
walking
He
here.
does not have a single
Wait.
stat.
no, he doesn't.
Give me the Chiefs.
Nope.
Still going Chiefs.
Chiefs, please.
Yeah, Chiefs. The Raiders are just.
Now, there's a lot of trap games out there, not so much for the opposite team, but more the team that is playing for that high seed, because all of a sudden everybody the last few years decides to like win, like the Saints. They're on a 4-game win streak, which they're what, 6 and something when
6
they
and
should
6
have
and
been
10.
2 and 14 and had that high pick. So could be a lot of upsets for some odd reason, but not because of the other team, but because of them winning. So this could be one of them.
Could be. Definitely could be. Next, we have Arizona going to end LA to play the Rams. The Rams are 11-5. They're 3rd place in the NFC West, surprisingly. I think this is a no-brainer again. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, give me the Rams.
Yep.
Stafford's
I think they're
on MVP watch right now.
Yeah. He is still going to play this game? Because they can't. I don't think they can fix their seating at all.
Can't they? I don't know. I don't think it matters. I think the Rams are going to win anyway.
Yeah, it still says they're playing all their starters. So yeah, Rams are going to absolutely beat up on the Cardinals.
Yeah, the only thing it would come out down to is San Fran if they lose, and then the Rams if there's some sort of tiebreaker in there.
Nope. It is just between the 49ers and the Seahawks.
Well, both of their divisions would go to 4-2. Their conference division or division record would go to 4-2. And then I think it goes to conference, so it would be, yeah, I think you're right. 6-5 at that point versus 9-2. Give me the Rams, nonetheless. All right, and then the next game we have Miami going into New England. New England's 10.5-point favorites, 45.5 over under. They are definitely playing for the number 1 seed. Miami's bad. Give me the Pats.
Hey, Pats.
Even though Quentin Ewers looked really good.
I'll also take the Pats, even though the 1 seed is almost guaranteed to Denver at this point because they just need a win. They need Denver to lose. Unless Trey Lance has the absolute game of his life. Like, what was his name? The Packers quarterback, Matt Flynn.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he threw for like 6 TDs
He
against
got
the
a
Lions.
Fat contract off that one.
Yeah. He got his bag.
Our next game we have the Commies going into Philly at the Link. Philadelphia 10.5-point favorites. Fish.
We are playing for something. So I would be the first person to say I don't want to face the Rams in the playoffs. We know that Stafford's a different breed when it's playoff time, so I'd rather face anyone else but them. So we will be playing for something. Keep in mind that defense hasn't allowed 15 points in 8 weeks. By the way, knock on wood.
Didn't you guys stomp the Rams both times you played them last year?
Yeah, but the playoffs is a little too close for comfort on that one. So it took Saquon like 500 yards on the ground to run, but
In 2 games.
he's not doing it this year. So not with
Yeah, give me the Birds. Give me the Birds. Go Birds.
jackass Kevin Petula back there.
Kevin Petula. Hey, you can have John Morton.
So if the seating stays as it is right now, you guys are playing the Rams.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
So
Yeah, Rams at home.
you guys are hoping for Chicago to lose, I guess? Then you guys take the 2 seed.
Oh,
Yeah,
look,
you
I saw the Rams' defensive line, and apparently
Well,
anyone can
no.
run through it, so not really worried
because
about it.
Chicago has head-to-head, if that's how that works. Because the Bears
Yeah,
beat
they
the
do.
Eagles on Black Friday. So I think seeding's kind of almost locked. I'm not sure, though.
We should just take
All right.
divisions out.
Honestly, yeah.
Top 7 teams make it. There's no reason Carolina or Baltimore or Pittsburgh should be in. Speaking of, we have Baltimore going into Aquashire Stadium. I think I said that right. To play the Steelers Sunday Night Football. Steelers could have locked this up last week against the Browns, but they were too worried about Miles. Baltimore is 3.5 point favorites on the road. Derrick Henry was a monster last week. Do we think he can repeat that against this defense?
No, defense is way too stout.
Where are you leaning then?
I'm going Steelers.
You're going Steelers?
Like Rodgers locks the heck in, and they win it.
How much ayahuasca does he take before this game?
Enough to kill a moose.
This is the last game we're picking, correct?
Yeah, this is it.
And are we talking about playoff picture after this, or can we roll right into zeros?
We can roll right into zeros.
Okay, so you make your pick, and then I'll make my pick.
I'm going Baltimore.
I'm also going Baltimore because of DK Metcalf and his suspension, which is why he's a fantasy 0 for me this week, because he may have cost his team a playoff spot.
I think
Because
DK
they
is a big
have
part of
no deep threat at all. Like, and
Look
if
at
they
that
can't
one
get
guy.
that run game going, who? The one
That
guy,
one
yeah.
that runs fast.
it. Marcus Valdez-Scantling.
Is he still there? That guy
Yeah.
just follows in Rodgers' shadow
He's
everywhere.
immediately come into that role. He's the number one. Well, he lines up as the number one receiver.
Yeah. You've got Adam Thielen, that guy, and then Calvin Austin.
There's your deep threat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Who else?
Scotty
And then if
Miller
you want another,
had some
if you want-
receptions.
if you want a big body that can't run routes, Scantling. There you go. There's your DK Metcalf, just older and less drama.
Is he older?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think
You think if they
Scantling's
missed-
like almost 30.
You think if they miss the playoffs, they'll try to trade him?
Who, DK?
Yeah, or cut him?
I hope so.
They're not going to cut him. He's staying put. He's staying
Oh,
put.
I just asking a question, getting
He's
some
staying
discussion
put.
going.
He's
But,
staying
yeah.
put, man. He's staying put.
But I think regardless of how the picks go, I think Nutter keeps forgetting to make his pick, so he's way behind.
I do keep
Very
forgetting
bad.
to do that.
I'm ahead by 4 against Fish, so
Wow, MVS is 31.
yeah.
I
Deep
had
threat.
No idea.
Deep threat.
It's
Deep
old,
threat.
man.
No, it's fine.
So they've been in the league about the same amount of time. But yeah, I don't know. I think DK has single-handedly
He is-
taken the Steelers' playoff hopes away from them.
He has too much of an influence on that offensive production because he is the only guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't count Pat Freiermuth because it doesn't happen constantly.
What other zeros do you have?
I have Aaron Rodgers. Just rough game from him. I think he installed eyes in the back of his head or took some ayahuasca so he could see behind him, but he was just getting rid of that ball.
Well, he's
Fun
got
to watch,
Voldemort
honestly.
right out. But
Could be. Or he's got that visor that's got like the holographic displays, and there's just a small camera back there that you can't see. It looks like an air pump hole.
check that.
And then, unfortunately, my homeboy Jared Goff,
Familiar
not
name
really
there.
his fault, but 4 points is 4 points.
It's
Any of those
that's-
interceptions or fumbles not his fault too, or
Oh,
any
The one-
of those bad decisions?
just pressure, man.
I
Yeah.
And
The one-
he's quarterback.
I know.
Quarterback.
quarterback. No, it's just a rough game from him. Yeah, they were definitely his fault. Come on. But yeah, 4 points. I mean, I didn't play in anything because I suck at fantasy this year. King poop in the one leg. Super active. So what's my punishment?
You have to go to Brazil and live there for 3 months. Have fun. Now go ahead and watch the 90 Day Fiance episode with the weird white guy from Kentucky, where the guy pulls up a
Which
machete
weird
on
white
him.
guy?
He married Paulina or something. Karina, married Karina, and she would always go pow pow as he's dead sprinting up a hill. Because some guy pulled a machete on him to try and steal his phone. So that's your punishment. Have fun. Book the tickets.
We do something a little more reasonable, maybe.
Yeah, an alternative. Okay. We give you a cell phone that only has the Outdoor Boys videos cataloged on it, and you're dropped just in the middle of Alaska. You have to figure out how to survive.
Actually,
I got a lot of fat, so I'd stay pretty warm.
The hunters might take after you. So, but sidebar though,
it's right? A bear. It's a bear.
That's actually a really good point. We take his phone, we put it in like, I don't know, Japanese or something, or Vietnamese, and he has to try and navigate his way being dropped off somewhere.
That's awesome.
But only can use his phone. Like that's like you gotta order Uber or whatever, or it's a whole different language that you don't know. I think it'd be kind of fun. Or we put you in Compton.
She said Camden.
They'll put you in one of those bad areas. But your phone's still in Japanese.
Keep my head down. Keep my head down.
There's some pretty good zeros there, consistent with the last ones. But
yeah, Fish, you want to go over yours real quick?
They're not so much players, but more teams. I'll start with the Bucks. The Bucks have kind of ruined any type of chance that they had, especially with a hot start. I know that we looked at their team with their high-powered offense. Bucky really showing promise there. Rashad White was there still. Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker.
Yeah, you got it right. I messed up.
Okay. Thanks.
I admitted it. I don't know why we're still dragging on about this.
This is your commissioner. Step out of line there.
Sean Tucker.
It's fine. Just kick me out of the league then. Fine.
We're running out of people. If you have a 3-man league.
Exactly, so quit bitching.
You're the ones that just steps in. The Bucks are kind of shooting themselves in the foot. I think that they will ruin their fantasy. You're not fantasy chance. Well, ruin my fantasy chance, but ruin their playoff hopes. I think you're right. I think Baker's kind of playing hurt. He does look like the last year at the Browns. So I don't know if he's doing too much or if he feels the pressure of like everything's got to come down to him. He's got a completely different offense than he did with the Browns. They didn't really give him anything. He's got everything with this offense. So it's just kind of unfortunate. Another one on my list, the Bills. They have looked awful the last 2-3 weeks. I think people, and kudos to the Browns defense, I think they kind of exposed what the Bills are kind of centered around, and it all goes on Josh Allen. Josh Allen tried to do a lot of things. We saw that with the Eagles. Eagles have a very stout defense. Don't get me wrong. Very, very good defense. Mm-hmm. But there's a few times where he tried to prolong that play and took a 17-yard sack that pushed them out of field goal contention. And then just the constant scrambles. He's big and quick, but he's not big and quick like some of these linemen. And I think people are kind of understanding if we put a spy there or have linebackers like the Eagles or the Lions that can push out into coverage as well as run a spy, they kind of lock the Bills up. And we saw that plenty of times when they tried to run it with Cook, and he got stopped. I kind of anticipate them going to the playoffs doing the same thing. Teams kind of understanding and realizing. I think the Bills look to do big changes next year. Maybe Keon Coleman is really that big of a factor. He hasn't played the last few weeks, but they got to get something else going on with Josh Allen. But the other two teams I want to name, I know we talked about already. The Colts going, 7-1 to 1-7. I like what the GM's doing. I like how she's out in the field. Understanding, trying to make the right moves. I think they made the right moves, but then they were plagued by injuries. Obviously, Danny Dimes fractured his one leg and then destroyed his other leg. Sauce Gardner went out for a few weeks on injury too. So it just kind of sucks where you kind of see that Cinderella story and a team finally kind of they get their quarterback, they kind of awaken a little bit, and then just plagued by injuries. But that's football for you. Um, and then Green Bay, unsure of what's going on with Josh Jacobs. He was having a great, almost MVP caliber season, consistently having 4+ carries per yard, always scoring touchdowns. The last few weeks, having 4 rushes for 3 carries, kind of getting outshined. I don't know if he's still plagued by his injury that they kind of lingered for the last 4 weeks, it seems like. Well, oh yeah, he's kind of hurt, but then they'll, hey, he's playing this week, and then he just doesn't look 100%. So kind of hoping that they kind of ease him back into it. I mean, they got enough suitable running backs back there where they can do something. But I want to talk about Malik Willis here. He might have another opportunity to play elsewhere. He has looked incredibly good running it, as well as passing. I think he only missed 3 passes last week.
Mm-hmm.
If Jordan Love for some reason is still injured with that concussion, or if he can't play in playoffs, I would feel not confident, but I would feel okay with seeing Willis in there, kind of taking that reins, just based on the what he's done uh, with that team and that offense there. So a lot of big games aligned, but that's what I have for Fantasy Zeros. More teams, not so much players this week.
Yeah, you make a good point with the Bills. So I want to let you get through everything.
No, I
before
appreciate it.
Jumped in.
Thank you, Sean
We
Tucker.
we talked about it last year, where it was just kind of the Josh Allen show, and then that was the big question again this year because they didn't really get anybody to complement him, and it's a big problem, like you said. And this is the year for them too. There's no Patty Mahomes. That's kryptonite in the playoffs. Lamar may not be in the playoffs as well. Like you've got a really good other teams in there, but the stars seem to be aligning for the Bills, and they're just not. They're not doing what they need to do.
Enter Drake May and Bo Nix.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had the glimpse of Bo Nix last year.
Yeah,
but he's still been kind of they've relied on that. I think Fish has talked about that running back. I forget his name. Pretty good out there in Denver. RJ Harvey.
The Harvey
And then
RJ.
Their defense too. Their defense has been very good. And then all of a sudden the Texans come out of nowhere, win like 8 or 9 straight games. Also on the stout defense that seems to just punish anybody who comes their way. And Green Bay, I'm okay with the collapse. I would love for them to get bounced in the first round.
It is interesting though, right? In recent years, and I'm kind of glad that we're starting to see like this trend of younger talent kind of stuff, like the Bo Nix, the Drake Mays. You start to see a little bit more consistency from them, but it's also nice to see. I think the league overall is very more. It's a lot more well rounded, right? It's not so much for teams that go 15-2 that just beat the hell out of everybody, and then you got a bunch of 9-7 mid tier teams. Like there's a lot of you get the Bears, you have the Eagles, like a lot of like 10+ win teams that you're like, I I see the playoff picture, but honestly, they could win it.
Mm-hmm.
They could win it. They could win it. So it's nice to kind of see, and I think the playoffs are going to be very, very exciting in that way, where it's not just a clear cut winner, right? Like it's not like, oh great. It's like when the Patriots went in when they had Tom Brady. It's like, oh well, Tom made it. I guess we'll win another one. Or when Patty Mahomes was when they were doing their thing. Great. Well, Miss Patty's in it. I guess they're winning another one. So
Yep.
it's interesting, but it's nice to see that new wave of young quarterbacks kind of stepping in. And I don't know. I mean, the Giants might be on the path there too. I mean, there's a lot of good implications with a lot of these teams. It seems like they're building well around it, but there's a few teams that you kind of worry about: the Bucks, the Bills, and Green Bay. And sometimes they started off hot, but Zoltowski. I mean, we say this all the time, right? What do the Packers need to do in order for them to win the game?
They need to establish a run game.
They need to establish a gosh darn run game. What haven't they done the last few weeks?
Establish a
gosh darn run game. Um, but we know how the last game of the week, whoever blows the team out by 50 points is going to have that hot hand going in the playoffs, and it could be a big deal. But I think the Bills might be on a one and out kind of thing. But like you said, this is their year to advance. No kryptonite. They got a good team, but I think they really got exposed when they played the Browns. And then the Eagles are like, oh, okay, we can do the same thing.
I
Just
really
better.
thought the Browns were going to win that game. I really did.
100%.
But yeah, there's 9 teams. I think I counted just 9 that have over 10 wins. And I can't remember the last time. It may have been last year, but both number 1 seeds in both conferences are up for grabs still.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of
Like
crazy.
the league has become so much more competitive. Even if you look at all the teams that are, 6-10, 4-12, 3-13, you just don't count the Raiders. They're doing their own thing. But I mean, you look at the Giants this year, there was so much potential there with, the new fresh quarterback in Jackson Dart, and then they had Cam CTE Scatabo with Malik Neighbors, and then unfortunately injuries came along and kind of dashed any potential hope they had.
Yeah, the injury bug hit them hard this year.
Yeah. The Jets, I mean, even if you look at the 49ers, I mean, Fred Warner's hurt, Nick Bosa's hurt. They're missing key players on defense. They're 12-4. Mac Jones started, I think, half the games this year. He was playing great football.
Fred Warner might come back in the playoffs.
He might? Oh, sick.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
He's been rumored to be like, his rehab is accelerated by like an astonishing amount, they've said.
I think you got, well, because, we can keep talking about playoffs, but I think you got Green Bay probably bounced in the first round. They've just been too inconsistent. Micah's not playing, so that big defensive presence is gone. And then they still don't have a true number 1. And Jordan Love's just been Jordan Love. He's been playing bad, but he isn't playing that good either. And like we said, the run game just is so here and there. Especially if they play the Bears again in the first round.
Yeah, it's also another team that I don't want to play, to be honest.
No, that team is Ben Johnson is exactly what Caleb needed, and I hate that. But good for him. I mean, that's a team I could see going all the way.
And see, that would be a fun team for them to win, right? Someone different.
Yeah, absolutely.
In recent years.
Yeah. When was the last time they won the Super Bowl?
1985, I think.
1985.
The Eagles won it last. I can't remember that.
I think it was last year.
I'll get another one.
But and then whoever wins the AFC North, out in the first round.
Yeah.
Bounced. I think you're right with the Bills too, though. They're just.
Well, we're gonna do a bracket, aren't we? The three of us, and then put
absolutely. I would love to do that.
So the way it stands right now, if the seeding stays exactly how it is, the Bills will play the Patriots the first round.
Done.
So, I agree with you. Don't get me wrong, I agree with you. But during the regular season, they did split those games, and it was the Bills winning by 3 in week 5, and then in week 14?
I thought the Patriots won the first game, and then the Bills won the second game.
I'm sorry, you're right. The Patriots won the first game in week 5 by 3. The Bills won the second game by 4. So it's been a total of a 1-point difference, if you want to look at it that way. It's just, I think that'll be a very fun game to watch, but I think you're right. I think the Bills are the most in danger of getting bounced. That's not an AFC North team.
Yep.
Right.
I just have a few fantasy zeros. I had to pull up my championship game I lost.
Any of your teams?
Against you. So against you. Congrats, by the way. You won our league. We got Ashton Gentry, J-Mel, the usual suspects, Jawan Jennings, Devon Achane, surprisingly, T. Higgins, Jordan Brooks, and then Eddie Pinheiro, which Brandon Aubrey should be your fantasy hero this week, which we'll get into.
It didn't matter to me. It didn't matter. I picked my players for a certain reason.
Yeah, Fish, you are rooting for a Bears loss, by the way. A Bears loss and a Philly win gives you guys the second seed. But Chicago,
Packers?
Yes, Chicago gets the tiebreaker if you guys both win. So you should change your pick to the Lions.
Damn it.
He just wants you to root for the Lions, man.
Change it to the Lions.
Yeah, Bears loss or tie gives the Birds the second seed.
The Birds.
Oh, and the NFC South winner too. They're out in the first round. Carolina or the Bucks, whoever it is.
Those 4 teams.
Yeah.
Struggling to find my windows here, boys. Okay, here we
Just
go.
gotta click on tab.
Oh no.
But I think
You guys want to get to zero or heroes? Zolt, you want to carry
Sure.
us off?
who? Me?
Zolt.
Yeah. King Henry, baby. I mean, what a performance. Finally fed the man the football at 36 carries, 216 yards for an average of 6.75 yards a carry for 4 touchdowns. He's only projected 15.35 points, scored a whopping 45.6. This is the old Derrick Henry, that we're all used to seeing. Held on to the football, didn't fumble it, and scored touchdowns. The offense ran through him, especially with Lamar being out. I know Lamar, I think, is still up in the air for this week, so probably lean on him heavily again. Snoop Huntley didn't look too bad, though, either.
Pro Bowler. But,
yeah, he's a Pro Bowler. Did he win a Super Bowl? Or just a Pro Bowler?
I think just a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, he didn't win the Super Bowl.
But, yeah.
Lamar's got a laundry list of injuries, it seems like, and it really kind of makes me rethink my pick for that Pittsburgh game if he doesn't play.
Interesting.
But I think if he can even stand and breathe, they're going to put him in there.
Which is dumb, but...
Yeah. No, it's a great hero. Fish, you want to go next?
Sure, absolutely. I will take one of my players and discuss with him. The reason why I chose this player is because he is the definition of a hero. Him and Nutter's pick. I'm in fantasy championship against Nicely in one of our leagues. I'm up by 60 points. He unfortunately has this player, Bijan Robinson, and Nutter's player going. Lo and behold, I lose. Got all kinds of fantasy tickers, especially when he broke off for a 93-yard touchdown, which I thought the Rams' D-line was good. Apparently, they're all a bunch of bums. So, hopefully they carry that into the playoffs. But Bijan was only projected 20 points. I know it's projected 20. I know it's Bijan. He popped off for almost 40 points. Then he get 39.09 points. But the reason why I chose him is because this is your definition of a hero, right? I think I was 80-something% chance of winning. He's got 2 players left. This is the definition of a hero. We talk about the boom and bust. We talk about those risky plays. Hey, that's my hero because he popped off for 25 when he was only projected 7. This is where you draft him at your 1-1, your 1-2 spot. If he somehow falls to 1-3, 1-4, you're like, I just got to steal in the draft. This is the reason why we talk about these fantasy players and we talk about heroes, is because plays like these, right? Where he's projected 20. He's probably going to get one. It's not like he faced the Raiders or Tennessee. He faced a really good D-line, which also had all of their starters going in a game that the Falcons didn't really need to do much with it, right? You got Kirk Cuddy back there, so you're down your offense. London's coming back off of an injury, so he didn't really play up to the standard. What do? They force-fed their best player. They said, hey, Algier, take a seat, bud. No more vulturing today. Which, damn it, you should have vultured everything. Bijan has to be my hero for this week in tandem with Nutter's guy. It's just the definition. And it couldn't have happened on a better week to discuss fantasy football, especially with the championship week. These are the players. This is the fantasy implications what you kind of dream of, right? You go to bed and you're like, I'm down by 60. There's no way I'm winning. All of a sudden you open up that fantasy app and now you're winning by 12. Did I cry at night? Yeah, absolutely. But I told Nicely with his earnings, I think it's 30, 40K earnings, I think. So he's got to open up a couple hobby boxes. He's got to let me watch. So I can't wait till he pulls a 1-1. Patty Mahomes auto, and then I could play in traffic for about 20 minutes. So that's my hero, Bijan. It's a gimme, but this is the true definition of a hero in a clutch situation that you need him to perform up to his level and higher. That's the hero that we look for. So Bijan it is.
That's a great pick. I mean, I
Yeah.
saw a ton of TikToks where people were posting their championship games where they're down 40, they're down 30. League scoring is always different, buddy. I know some leagues do bonuses for long touchdowns, bonuses for total rushing yards, stuff like that, total receiving yards, total passing yards, where they're down a ton. One guy left to go, and then all of a sudden, it's Bijan. It's the Bijan show. They win them the trophy.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a great pick.
I'm gonna make some changes. Commissioner powers is what I'm gonna do. So.
I honestly, I don't mind the idea because the first fantasy league I ever played in, we had the bonuses for like long touchdowns and total yards. Like they were high totals. But I mean, you never know.
Yeah, Brad, I don't know. Bring it to the table. Bring it to the table.
There's
Bring my gavel, my gown.
There's a Twitter account I was following for a while. I think I told you guys this off air once. They have where if your quarterback gets a tackle, it's 100 points.
Yep.
Which is
You
just
did.
awesome. So
It's
Pick a
stuff like
Geno
that,
Smith.
Dak. It was Dak Prescott
it was Dak. Dak had like 100
against the Eagles week
points.
1.
Crazy.
Stuff like that's fun. I mean, in a non-money league, well, why not?
If there's no money, I'm not interested.
Oh,
I
You know
need to
me.
be more interested in non-money.
All right,
it
but
was like
Fish-
when we did sacks last year, and the boys, and you
Yeah.
had the scoring all jacked up, and Hutch got like 72 points because he had 5 sacks.
the sacks were wild in that league.
I think they're still a little too high. I gotta fix them. But that's the same stuff that we have with Ben's league. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys can kick rocks and eat dirt.
My guy is Brock Purdy. I did steal this from Fish just for the sake of the graphic, but he was probably going to be in contention anyway. Brock Purdy, he had 33 pass attempts. He completed 24 of them for 303 yards. He had 3 touchdowns through the air. And then he was scooting out there a little bit. He had 6 rushes for 28 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. So Brock Purdy just kind of put the team on his back. He said, I know we don't have the receiving options we're used to here. Because I don't know if you guys know this, Ricky Pearsall goes out about 4 times a game. And then Juwan Jennings is bad. But yeah, Brock Purdy just played really, really well. Threw the ball a lot to Jake Tonks.
Jake Tongs.
Yeah, Jake Tongs. I do it, but I just like I'm saying, grinds my nuts. Let me tell you about this, right? You got Christian McCaffrey and 15 other running backs. There's no reason for you to run it. Stop it.
You know why he was running it? Trent Williams went out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, give it to a running back. Because if he goes out, there goes all fantasy hopes.
Mac Jones is pretty good.
Mac Jones has had a pretty good year.
You should have put Mac Jones in. But no.
And Mr. Irrelevant who? Yeah, I was actually frustrated with you because I was getting ready to type my hero and it was going to be Brock Purdy. And then I literally hit the button. So I was on my phone so I could type. And then I just see Purdy and Bijan. And I'm like, son of a gun.
I just commandeered it.
Yeah.
Said that's mine.
It was. Yeah, I didn't get over it, and I probably won't get over all the fantasy losses that happened this year for another 4 or 5 months at least. So,
it's quick. That's quick for you.
I mean, we're trying, but did I get back to like a level 8 when typing these names out? Absolutely, because I had to pull up Nicely's team to look up the exact stats. So, hey, kudos to you, man. Congrats on winning. Really happy for you.
Good job, Nicely.
Yeah, good job, Nicely.
What's up, Henry? Got a game time dog on the podcast.
Game time dog.
Well, we can get our starts of the week. This is going to be our last segment for the show. Again, do not play fantasy football the last week.
Shouldn't have one this week.
But we're just going to do it out of courtesy. So I'll just start it since we're already on my tile here. Or on my scene, whatever you want to call it. I'm going with Jackson Dart.
I like it.
So Jackson
Yeah, good
Dart,
pick.
they play the Cowboys. They play at home. They are not a great football team. There's a lot of running Jackson Dart does, which I think is going to really elevate his scoring this week. He's kind of been boomer bust the last 3 weeks. He's had 26 points, 0.02 points, and then 25 points. But that 0.02 points he played against Minnesota, which is a very good defense. He does run it quite a bit. Last week he ran 9 for 48, had 2 touchdowns on the ground. I don't know if he'll get, 2 touchdowns on the ground again, but I could see him probably getting in one more time this season. We talked about it. Trayvon Diggs is gone. That was their best corner probably for Dallas. There's not much else in the realm of passing defense for Dallas this year. I believe Dallas is either second or third in yards allowed overall defensively. So give me Jackson Dart. I think he's going to play well.
Good pick. I like it. I've been a Jackson Dart fan all year.
Jackson Dart.
I mean, and who's he throwing the ball to?
Wandale.
Wandale Robinson.
Just wait till next year. They get him a couple more pieces on the O line. He gets his running back. He gets his star receiver back.
It's gonna look pretty good.
Could be an issue.
Who wants to go next?
I'll do it.
Oh, you can go.
I'm going with a weird one here because you shouldn't be playing fantasy football, but it's Elic Minor.
Minor what?
A minor. So copyright. Yeah. So they play at Jacksonville. I know Jacksonville's been playing very good football. Cam Ward hasn't really been talked about at all this year, but I've seen a few clips on TikTok of people breaking down his progressions, the way he throws the ball. He's a very good quarterback. He just doesn't have protection. He doesn't really have any weapons. However, this man, I'm not saying his name again because I'm going to butcher the hell out of it. He is starting to kind of step into that wide receiver 1 role, as I don't know if old man Tyler Lockett's still there. He might be gone. But he led the team last week in receptions and targets. So, he's kind of a long play here, going for another boom or bust one. But, you know what? Don't play fantasy football in week 18. Don't do it. So we don't have to tell you starts because it's kind of hard.
Yeah, you're right. That team, I mean, the passing game for that team is all comprised of rookies. You've got him, you've got DK, and then you've got Cam Ward. So it's kind of looking up for next season. Hopefully Titans fans can get a little bit excited for what's coming, but I think this is a solid pick against a team that may be sitting some of their guys this week, just if they get out far enough. But
I'm very interested to see what happens in the AFC now that it is known that the Chargers are not playing Justin Herbert and that it is going to be Trey Lance. Especially because they know that the Broncos winning, no matter what else happens, they are the number 1 seed. So not saying that, Omarion or Vidal, they're still going to have Keenan Allen and Ladd McConkey out there, and Quentin Johnson, I think's maybe not hurt again. It's still possible that they could win, but it's leaning heavily towards the Broncos taking that number 1 seed. So these other teams may sit. I know that Jacksonville seeding, they can be everything but the number 4 seed, because that is guaranteed for Pittsburgh or for the Ravens because of record.
Unfortunately.
So they could still play all their starters just to try and secure that number 2 seed. Who knows? But I don't know.
Fish, you ready?
Always ready, man.
I do this every time.
It's okay, man.
It's only yours.
It's all right.
I know. My start this week, I think it's going to be Tyler S. He's kind of emerged into a situation where the team is just overall really, really bad. Again, team plagued by injuries, mostly on the running back end, where they've had, you know, their number one out, then their number two out, three's been out. So it's just kind of like a crapshoot of like who can run the ball, who can walk this week. Uh, I'm very impressed with what he's done so far. His ability to not only run it on the ground and use his legs. I mean, he's not a small guy. It's coming in at like 6'5", 2 something. He is 20, so he's on the older edge of being that. It's almost on that Brandon Weeden cusp of being almost 30 and being a rookie.
Yeah.
His accuracy is actually very impressive to me. His composure within the pocket, and then when he escapes, honestly, is finding his best receiver, Chris Olave, who is no longer hurt. He's concussion free since 25, which is good. We love seeing that. Uh, I like what I think is if I was a Saints fan, right, and Noah, you're listening out there, I'd be very happy with the results so far. The record doesn't show what the potential could be when everyone's not healthy. I think Juwan Johnson's back there receiving it as a tight end. He's done very well the last few weeks. Tyler S. He kind of might have a franchise quarterback here if he doesn't hit that sophomore slump. He's produced around averaging the last 4 or 5 weeks about 17 to 22 points fantasy wise, and has led his team. I don't know why, but to 4 straight victories. Um, I think overall, just very impressed. I'm kind of overshadowing, kind of forecasting, hopefully for next year, where the Saints are actually no longer the butt of the joke uh, when people play them. I know when people play against them, they're like, oh, well, it's clearly the other team's going to win. I'd be a little leery of picking that other team now, especially if Tyler Show kind of steps into that role again. And they deem him the starter going forward, and maybe Devin Neal got an autograph by you. If you could step up just a little bit more, become not injured, and Chris Olave, he keeps doing what he's doing. I mean, they force feeding the guy, and I think he's what top 6 receiver right now in the league for just sheer targets and his
Yep.
ability to beat people down the
Sixth
field.
interception, 7th in yards, 7th in touchdowns.
I mean, he's doing incredible things. Could you imagine if they just had like a number two there to kind of alleviate just a little bit of that pressure, and then you beefed up that defense just a little bit more? I mean, I mean, there's some teams out there that they're 3, 4, 5 years away from being a contender. I'm not saying that the Saints are a piece or two away from being unstoppable, but having a fighting chance in that division could, mean something. So I think Tyler S is gonna kind of finish off the year very, very strong against Atlanta. Last time he played Atlanta, he only had 9 fantasy points, kind of struggled. Ever since then, that man's been on a tear. So, kind of hoping that they kind of take the other direction and they come out on top on this one. I think I always picked Atlanta for obvious reasons, but this
Yeah.
should be a good Tyler S game. Good way to end the year for him and the Saints overall. They'll pick up a loss, but I think going into next year, you could be happy and could sleep a few extra hours at night thinking that there might be a little bit of light on that horizon over there. So I think Tyler has to be a good start this week.
I like
good
it.
pick,
I like
yeah.
Tyler Shuck.
Is it
How
shuck?
it's Shuck, like
Oh,
shuck
dude,
corn.
yeah, we're shucking some
Yep.
corn, dog.
Yep, I googled it because I was very curious. But yeah, no, it's a good pick. He shows potential. I know we were kind of all like, "Who's this guy? Why'd they draft him so high?" And maybe it's working out for him. Chris Olave is not getting hospital balls, which is probably pretty nice for him.
How do you how do you get shuck out of shuck?
I, I don't know. The English language is very weird. But then who's the guy you were talking about? The running back, Devin Neal.
Yeah, Devin Neal.
Yeah. So I talked about this guy last year when he was on the Broncos because they drafted him. Audric Estime. Yeah, he had a pretty good game last week.
Yeah, he really
He's
boned me
kinda-
in that one week.
Yeah, but he might be kind of coming out, especially if Alvin Kamara finally decides to retire. So I don't know. No, you're right though. There's a glimmer of hope for next year.
That's a little glimmer.
Finished 6-11,
Kamara's only
maybe
30.
7-10. What?
Kamara's only 30.
Yeah, but it's like hang up the boots, man. Go
Dude,
away.
he's hurt
Devin
a lot
Neal
of last
is in the
year.
ball.
Hurt on and off this year.
Yeah, he needs to hang it up. No, it's just a great pick.
Tyler Shuck, man, was out here shucking.
The Shuck
Nice
Show.
Shucking.
Shucking his throne.
The Shuck Show. Are you guys got anything to say to the people before we go?
Don't let your talents die out. That's good.
Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2026.
Yeah. See you next year.